Hello and welcome back, I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our Great Horde campaign in Europa Universalis 4. We have a pretty good looking country right now. We have plenty of promoted cultures available. I've looked at this probably 2 or 3 times now, and each time I think I come back and decide not to do it. We're not rooting out corruption, we're paying a fair bit for that. We've got a fort on, apparently, Publica. That should have been transferred to... Okay, so it looks like we gained one. Let's give that to Persia as well. I don't want to pay for that. Persia, even though you hate me, you must pay for these forts. State maintenance is pretty high. Our income is kind of okay. We're going to need to probably participate in one of these battles here if we want to keep participation up, because the Ottomans are committing to a pretty big fight here. Unfortunately, there's a lot of rivers in here. It is flat terrain, so that's to our benefit, but we gotta get over there. Don't worry! The cavalry are coming! Are they gonna be there in time is the question. March the 1st, that's a long time. No, they're not gonna be there in time. Well, I guess we go to Bender. I would not mind fighting the French here in flat terrain. He's gonna arrive on the 3rd. We are there on the 2nd, so we get to be the person crossing that's behind the river. He's got 2 maneuver versus my 1 maneuver. Would I rather have a 3-5 or a 3-2? No, I'd rather just have the shock value. I think I gotta just stop even considering that. The river is not nearly as important as the 5 shock value general. If we didn't have that guy, I'd probably consider it, but pretty sizable morale difference here. Nice to see that the French are craven. No, Ibak, don't waste your 9s on the fire face! I expect a 9 in the shock face. Okay, an 8's pretty good, we'll take that. Okay, we killed a lot of men there, but we're gonna lose quite a bit here too. Made him break his siege in Moldavia at least. That's pretty good. Probably gonna retreat the next bad phase we get. 4 versus a 3 we'll take. A 7 versus a 7 in the fire phase. We've got pretty weakened stacks in the center. We're also quite weak though. I don't want my cannons to take any damage. Let's wait and see what the next shock phase is. We're probably going to retreat, most likely. Yeah, we're done. Let's head back. Do we have the ability to control the retreat? Yes, we do. Let's go back to... behind a river, preferably. I'm going to go all the way down to, like, Edigihi. So, yeah, we lost 8,000 manpower. We killed way, way more than they did. And more importantly, I think we gained some participation. No, we didn't. Darn it. Come on. Come on, Ottomans, take that capital. Get there, you're so close, man. I believe in you. Meanwhile, how are the Muscovites, whatever. How are they looking? 56k, they've militarized quite heavily. Merked up a bit, converted some of their manpower into bodies. Commonwealth are at, yeah, they're equal now. Cannot believe how many mercs the Commonwealth can support. Are they like going absolutely ridiculously in debt right now? The Commonwealth have only 3 loans. The French have none. The Ottomans have 2. How can they support that much? I mean, what is your income, Commonwealth? 50 ducats a month. Good lord, look at the Ottomans. I wish I made that kind of money. They make 3 times my income right now. I'm glad they're on my team. It'd be pretty dangerous to be fighting against the Ottomans right about now. Collecting taxes. Do we want to gain a little bit of money, lose some prestige, lose piety? Well, I remember just recently we were at negative 100, and then I missed out on the opportunity. I think we're going to go positive piety now. I do want to convert a few provinces, and I want to get this mission done. I think at the end of this war, we're very likely to get the 100. What is it, 100 or 50? It's 100 admin points for getting this mission done. Okay, well, they're taking back some provinces that don't matter too much. It's a pretty weak stack going after the Persian fort. Persians are holding out pretty well with their plus 50% defensiveness. Hey, whoever said that the Persians weren't useful? Huh? Hey, okay, never mind, the war's over. And we got our achievement, we got our mission. So, the Ottoman conquest of Moldavia has resulted in 282,000 dead bodies on our side due to combat alone. 92,000 due to attrition, a total of nearly, almost 400,000 dead bodies on that side. We lost more than they did, but we've also got really good manpower recovery, so I think that's pretty fine. The French lost 190k, So they lost the bulk of it. And of course the Ottomans lost 300,000 men. I lost a fair bit, but not nearly as much as they did. And almost none of it was due to attrition. Because we didn't siege anything. Or somehow we got transferred control because the Ottomans didn't want it. So the Commonwealth will cede Zaphoria and Ingol to the Great Horde. Cool. Moldavia cedes Moldavia and Bessarabia to the Ottomans. Commonwealth will return core to Bohemia. Commonwealth ends their overlordship over Moldavia. Interesting. We got 22 ducats from the peace deal. We also were forced to spend 14 diplo points. That's not a big deal. We gained 4.8 prestige, which is just barely enough to get us above 50. And we got 10 power projection. So we are at 71 power projection. We've gained 13 favors of the Ottomans. Moldavia is now independent. Got our 100 admin. We have Conquest because he took Bessarabia. So Moldavia's a one-province minor. Flat terrain we have a truce with. A very long truce, in fact. He would accept vassalization right now. Interesting. However, probably not a good idea considering the Ottomans considers Bender to be of vital interest. In fact, we are competing for Yetistan, it looks like. I'm going to back off on my desires a little bit here. But I'm also going to try to block him a bit. He's saying that these would be of strategic utility, so I'm going to say they're of vital utility to me, and hopefully he decides to expand in a different direction instead of going after this territory. I don't want to piss off the Ottomans. We're probably not going to stay friends forever. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't really know. What would be... Are we allowed to stay friends with them and go for this achievement? Ooh, Pyramid of Skulls. I want that one. The Great Khan. Okay, so we need to have all provinces in North China, Persia, Khorasan. Yeah, I think we can actually stay friends with them. So maybe we will. We'll see. How many favors do we have right now? We're at 65 trust, 37 favors. I don't really see any real reason to keep excess favors. One thing I might actually do, I've never actually used this prepare for war thing. They'll be more likely to join offensive calls coming from us during that time. I wonder if we could get him to attack Muscovy with us if we did that. That might be the method you're supposed... It's kind of comical that I don't know this, right? But that might be what you're supposed to do when it's a distant war. Although I think it's kind of BS that he thinks that it's a distant war. I mean, it's not. You just march up there. You have complete straight shot military access through my vassal and then my land. It's not a distant war, but so he says. Okay, Muscovite spy network strength is okay-ish. Our next claim would cost 40. That's quite a bit. Let's come back from... Let's see, Ming, I know I wanted a claim on this nice high development province here. It costs us just 20. I want to keep on working up on Ming. Probably. But I actually can only fabricate on one more province, and it's a 10 development province. Let's work on that one. Let's get that done, but then I'm going to just stop building up the network. There's no point for it, really. I don't, as much as I'd like to have another claim, I don't think we're going to get it. I think we're probably going to declare war on this guy, like, right now. Okay, so Timurid Separatists, we have Karshi at 5.8. We need a 20 stack down there. This will become 17 eventually. I don't think we actually really want to reinforce right now. Okay, this is part of the state of Yetistan, which is a territory for me right now. However, this one is a state, so Zaphoria is going to be full core cost. We want to raise this. Manpower is not very valuable to me. Military points could be useful. We're a little bit behind on military tech. I think we do go ahead and raise. It's only 16 military points. We're not getting nearly as much. I find it curious that it doesn't actually say what the formula is. I know that the longer the game goes, you get less and less from raising. You start off at 25 per development, but I would love to know exactly why it's at that percent and like how quickly it's decaying. My manpower's just not been an issue ever since we took quantity ideas, so I'm really considering burning it down just to save the admin points on coring cost. So the Ottomans gave me 7 development. I mean, granted, he lost 300,000 troops, but still, I mean, 7 development for all that? That's not very much, dude. He really kind of didn't give me very much, did he? Let's go for not raising. Are you seriously not done with your core yet? That is really shocking. Alright, let's just wait a second. I want to focus on this. In the meantime, I'm getting a diplomat back so that I can consider actually pulling the Ottomans into a war right now, even though we just finished this war. And it would be nice for him to be able to maybe bleed off some of his war exhaustion. As the victor, he's not going to have lost any. He's got 4.74 war exhaustion right now. Let's see. Alright, he did just finish his core. That probably should update next month then. And there's no other wait a minute. We don't have a contiguous border to his capital. It's got to be a contiguous border all the way through, and then you can core adjacent to your vassals. So I'm thinking that he has to actually core this before we'll go to core it. Let's wait 1 more month. In the meantime, I just want to check and see how close are the Ottomans to willing to join. They consider it to be a distant war. That negative 113 might be too much, though. I don't know. Let's wait for at least 3 months so our war exhaustion's gone. And then we'll consider it. I guess we will go back to spying on somebody. My next claim against you is how expensive. I want to get a few more claims in the Commonwealth, despite the fact that we've got a long truce. Ottomans no longer consider France to be a rival, they've instead rivaled Austria. I have rivaled the Commonwealth, Ming, and Muscovy. Commonwealth has fabricated on me. Muscovy's losing their war. Now might be a great opportunity for me to pile on a Muscovy and get a ton of land and power projection and good stuff. I mean, he is on tech 11. We have a tech advantage against him. I want to put down this darn rebellion over here. I'm going to pull 3 more infantry. No, I'm going to train some more men. We got plenty of money. We got plenty of manpower. Let's get these troops up on this border up here. Also, are there any other interactions we want to do with these guys? Not right this second. Okay. Alright, this flute can stay mothballed. Our navy is rather embarrassing, but it is functional. And we've got an old general that we don't really care about too much. One of these days, I do want to turn this policy on for the land leader shock. Incorporate Punjab, protect our brethren in Kazan. We don't currently have a claim on Kazan. That would be a really nice mission for us. I think we do. Reclaim, yes please. We've got like less than 2 years. I want to check, I'm going to just real quick check every claim to see when they expire. So September of 71. Again, September of 71. July of 74, that's later, so it doesn't matter. April of 78, so that's later. And then this new one. Okay, so we have until this date. We have until September of 71, and we have to declare war. The capital fort on our border on flat terrain, that is the one that I want to go for. That'll be how we just wreck him. Plus, we're going to steal 38 development, unless, of course, the Commonwealth takes it, which would really suck. We need to get up there and declare this war soon. All right, screw it. I'm just going to try it. We're gonna have this guy prepare for war, even though I don't think it's going to be enough. We're going to build up some trust. Trust is more of a permanent method, though. More of a permanent way to get him to join future wars. Besides, if we can get him up to, like, I think it's 85 trust, then we actually will never have... let's just go for the trust route. I don't know. One of these days I'm going to try to prepare for war. I think I used it at one point in the past and I just didn't like it, so I'm just really hesitant to even consider using that. Why is rooting out corruption costing me nothing? Do we have... Oh, look at that! Overextensions can be completely offset by our ahead of time on admin. Surprising to see that we're actually ahead. Only for 6 more months, but it's pretty sweet. And yes, we still are waiting on that other core. Now, these things don't actually cost overextension. And if we do a war in the next, say, 16 to 18 months, with Muscovy, and I take this land, we're talking about some pretty damn expensive coring costs here. 97 for his capital, which is actually surprisingly cheap. But it's a territorial core. What am I looking for right now? Okay, so this would be a state province. That is the province of Kazan. So we're looking at pretty expensive here then. It'd be 110. We don't have a claim on Kasimov, which is unfortunate, but we can ignore that for now. It would be nice to take land that I already have as part of states. But altogether, you know, what'd be cool is if you could actually see an interface that says like what the cost would be to core your claims that you currently have against the target, in addition to the interface when you're at war for land you're demanding. I'm gonna guess like 400 admin, so I don't think we want to do any more of these cores because I want to take advantage of this opportunity. Ottomans have allied Ulm. Are you serious? Of all the nations in the world that you could possibly ally, why have you chosen Ulm? Ulm has rivaled Württemberg, Memmingen, and Augsburg. He's a one-province minor with 22 development, and Ottomans are like, yeah, that seems like a good ally. I need to ally him. I think what it probably is that the Ottomans... were they not? I thought they were in the Protestant League. Did they not join it? Yes, they did. Yeah, they're in the league together with Ulm, which I think gives them more reasons for allying members in this thing. That's got to be what did it, because otherwise I can't see any good justification for him having done that. That seems very strange to me. All right, Muscovy is at a little bit of war exhaustion. Poland lost all of theirs with that peace deal. Our supply up here is very solid. We can keep the whole army there at full maintenance without any issue. We've got our 2 whole cannons. This army needs 3 more infantry to get up to full suppression size. We have other issues with rebellion over here. The Timurid separatists are also very, very high up. Let's put a leader here for now, just in case it does fire. Beyond that, let's go on... oh, look at that. Never mind. I was mistaken. I thought we would be able to avoid the attrition. Looks like... Did we lose supply due to winter or something? No, we're just reinforcing above 30k. It's a 31 stack army. Alright, let's split the army in half then. Alright, so there's just exactly one fort. Nope, there are 2 flat terrain forts. I could go for these 2 very safely. And Muscovy's got 50k troops right now. I only have 30 here, so if he actually came and fought me, Ardalan became a protectorate. He's protectorate at Alodia, and now Ardalan. Why did you make him into a protectorate? Never really do mess with protectorates too often these days. Alright, well, there's still Persia. We could buy down some of their Liberty Desire right now. In the beta patch, they recently broke apart a lot of these modifiers, so unfortunately things like... okay, so we have events, province defections, and provinces developed by Overlord, plus 258.5. The modifier for having placated local rulers is now separated, which... On the one hand, it's nice because you get more information about where the modifiers are coming from, but on the other hand, it's actually bad because since it's a separate modifier, it decays separately too. So if you, for example, had a whole bunch of different things that were all stacking together, then now by splitting it in 2, you're effectively doubling the rate that it recovers, and that's bad for me. But, I mean, he's at like what? 258 plus 90 would be 248 plus 28. So... Sorry, 348. It's like 380, 370% Liberty Desire. It's up there. Let's just say it's up there. Got a long way to go. Now we're gonna go speed 4 for just a moment. Recent uprising is expiring. That's bad. Condottieri. Delhi wants Condottieri. I don't have a truce with Delhi right now. How did this happen? We should be attacking Delhi. The Delian Punitive War. He declared a coalition war. Am I not getting pop-ups about all the nations that it should be? Probably not. And I wish that thing would update automatically. dynamically update for me. But yeah, we need to return some cores to Punjab here. Multan, we have, again, no truce with as well. Did I just, like, completely get absorbed in that war with the Commonwealth and not realize how much time had passed? I have no truces with any of these guys. At one point, I was thinking about vassalizing Multan. He still has a number of cores. They're still allied in a war together right now. 1, 2, 3. But I ended up going for Punjab. That's a 37 development province we could return to Multan. How many relations do we have? 4 to 4. I don't really have the relationship slot for it. Remember, I released Cardell for some temporary advantages. I don't think we have a truce with the Oirat right now either. There's a lot of people that I need to attack. I have no claims on the Oirat, but we don't really need them because the Oirat's development is really, really bad. He's got one province with 21 development up here. That would be worth fabricating on. Come back from Caradel because it's not very important. I have to admit, I'm very tempted, knowing about the invisible diplomat bug, to just like use that on my vassals and just say like, "Hey, all my vassals like me." But it just feels really cheaty because it is cheaty, so I'm not gonna do it. But it would be tempting in another situation. The Ottomans want a royal marriage. We will accept. I don't want to rent troops to the Delians. I want to take care of these guys. Don't really care too much about that for now. Let's just wait till they become disloyal. We've got National Unrest guys, pretty useful. More so than the other guys, I think. Diplomatic reputation guy. It's alright. Helps out with getting the Ottomans to join the war. Level 2... Half-price advisor. I don't remember where we got this guy from. Was he from the tribes? The tribes give you military advisors? Master recruiter. Level 3 master recruiter. Yeah, cool. Alright, yeah, we're going to keep that guy then. Okay, well, I'm going to take a break here. Next episode, though, I think we're looking at declaring either a war on Muscovy, which should happen. Maybe a quick war against the Oirat after we get a claim on their capital. Or whatever province that is, the high development one. Yeah, I want to get that high development province. We'll see. We'll see. I would like to get this one taken care of first. Might happen in January. Get the overextension taken care of. So, alright, I'll take a break here. See you in the next episode. As always, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.